Hey guys, welcome to the video. This one is going to be a bit different than normal because we have been doing so much lately that's off script of jewelry making that we're going to share with you now. So we have been looking at content creation for 2022. We're lining up several printers. We've been doing some studio renovation. I've also been working on this project and I'm going to share it with you today, and I'm really excited for it. So I recently got myself an FDM 3D printer after convincing my little brother that it was something that I thought he would enjoy. And I set him up with a brand new Prusa i3 MK3S Plus. It's getting a big mouthful. He's a busy kid and he's only 16, so we decided that to save money and time, we were going to get him the kit and we were going to try to build it together. That didn't really end up working too well. I ended up doing most of it, but different story. Anyway, I really enjoyed building it and learning the ins and outs about, how to build one of these printers and some of the results that I can expect. This had me going down quite the rabbit hole when it came to YouTube content. And I was absorbing as much as I possibly could from all of the YouTubers out there who have been doing FDM for many, many years. One video in particular, though, that really piqued my interest was Tom Senladerer's teleprompter build, which I immediately knew that I needed. I knew I wanted one really badly because this is something you guys don't see too much on the channel, but I am very prone to rants. I just kind of go off on a tangent, which I've actually done quite a few times while I actually had this teleprompter. Anyway, one of the biggest hiccups between his build and what I was capable of was that he designed his around a large format FDM 3D printer, which I don't have. And I couldn't really find anyone in Canada who had one available for hire easily. So not to mention, unlike his approach with the extra LCD screen and the Pi, the keyboard foot pedal thing, I did go the Apple route because I already have an iPad Pro that I love dearly. I use it for pretty much everything: 3D modeling, running the business, video editing, photo editing, everything. And just having another use for it was awesome. I didn't go out and just specifically buy it for this. And as I happen to just be an Apple guy, I also have an iPhone, which tethers amazingly well with the app that we are using right now. Shannon's actually using my phone and adjusting the scroll speed, keeping me on track. The application we're using will actually link below. It was actually really cheap and affordable, so I strongly recommend it if this is a build that you're going to attempt. So my design is very largely based off of Tom's. However, I had to redesign pretty much everything to fit the iPad and make the hood itself fit on a Prusa Mark III. So having this opportunity, I went back to Tom's video and I looked at his main complaints about the design. And one of the big ones was that the screen wasn't able to fit far enough inside the hood, which resulted in the reflected text being cut off. So I made sure that the iPad was able to sit a little bit higher up and be able to go a little bit deeper into the hood. Speaking of the reflection, I used a piece of 1/8 inch Lexan polycarbonate glass, plexiglass, instead of glass like museum stuff, because, well, I didn't have any on hand. Now I know that plexiglass is really expensive right now, so maybe price that before you start. Ask around, see if you can find some offcuts or whatever. As a bonus to using polycarbonate though, this stuff is virtually unbreakable and the reflection is impeccable. Something else Tom brought up as a slight issue was how short the 15mm carbon fiber rods, the rails, are, which limits the amount of adjustability he has with his DSLR, the screen, and the hood. I happen to have some aluminum rod left over from another project that was going to work. However, unfortunately, here in Canada, even though we are technically supposed to be using the metric system, the old guard still uses the ancient ways of imperial measurement, and the closest thing I could buy at Home Depot was a 5/8 rod, which is about 15.8 mil, which I thought was close enough to be using with the standard clips from Tom's build. However, I had to modify them entirely to 16 mil, so I was able to have that little extra tolerance. Everything was designed in Shaper 3D. Check them out if you're interested in more of a mobile-friendly 3D modeling experience. They've recently launched their Mac and Windows versions, so you can literally be connected in 3D modeling everywhere. But just a little thing though, I am not sponsored by Shaper to say any of this. I just use Shaper quite a lot. And we do happen to have a coupon code for them, so check that out in the description below. I designed the hood around the maximum build volume of the Prusa i3 and the iPad Pro screen. So naturally, due to this, the hood had to be broken up into two different pieces. I made sure that I had alignment teeth so that when you glue everything together afterwards, everything lines up really nice. My brother printed the hood halves and the iPad tray in PLA-F, which is kind of like a hybrid between PLA and ABS or something. We didn't use that for any particular reason. It was just something that we happened to have on hand. The only issue that we really ran into while printing these at all was that we had some lifting on the side of the hood, so it kind of got a little bit warpy, but it was only off by a few millimeters, so I ended up using it anyway. Make sure that you clean your bed really, really well so that you don't get any lifting if you attempt this project. I printed the remaining parts on my new Prusa Mini Plus in PETG Prusa Mint Galaxy Black with really great results. I recommend using PETG for the rail components in particular because it's more flexible and durable. To assemble everything, I got this kit off Amazon of brass inserts and metric screws. This is the first time I've ever used these, and I'm really impressed actually. I really like the whole versatility, the insertion into the plastic. It holds really well. It just opens up so many different avenues, and I'm really glad I got a whole kit because I suspect I'll be using these down the road. Link to those kits down below. So this all brings me probably to the best part of this video. I have posted this teleprompter remix of Tom's design on prusaprinters.org for free. All of the models have been labeled properly, they're in proper order. I have all the extra hardware that I used listed in the project description. The assembly is not difficult. If there's a hole, basically put a brass insert in there and you're good to go. If I missed anything in the description, please let me know in the comment section on Prusa Printers and I will do my best to clarify and fix it best I can. So because of the teleprompter, I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but we do pretty much this entire channel on our iPhones. We are looking, of course, to get a better camera system, and I've actually planned ahead for that. Currently, the holder on the teleprompter is designed for phones, but I have another one here for a DSLR that we'll be hopefully using in the near future. But kind of a side effect of having the iPhone sitting in a box now, covered up, our audio quality went even further down the toilet using just the stock iPhone one. So we had to get some more better audio equipment. Now, this is something that has been actively commented on quite a few times on the channel, that our audio sucks, and I completely agree with you. It bothered me a lot, but we didn't really have enough, let's say, motivation to worry about it until now. So we got ourselves a Tascam DR40X, which I think is a great little tool, and we got ourselves a nice lavalier microphone. So look forward to that in the near future, having better audio quality. Aren't you guys lucky? So if you like this video, remember to hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to see more videos about how we're going to be improving our studio, make sure you get subscribed so you don't miss it. This has been, well, it's been a small renovation by comparison, but we're doing quite a lot planning for future endeavors, and we're really excited to show you guys and bring you along for the ride.